I can't wait to see that one. Peeb is one of those players that I think can get any upset that they set their minds to.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw massive runs from Peebnut recently at various things. Cirque was, I think, one of the biggest runs that he's had. He did fantastic at Rock the Winds as well, and we're going to see that run continue to go. But let's get into this. Jahzzo is playing against Monte and has decided to go Ryu instead of Ken.
Why do you think they're doing that, Kevin?
I think the biggest reason is allowing a lot more room for spacing. With Monte on the Game & Watch being able to do like up B, frame 3, is able to break like untrue Tatsus or untrue down tilt combos. You want to go for something that's a little bit more like single hit damage. So the Tatsu being single hit and big damage is a big deal in this matchup. Just being able to space in general, I think, is a big deal.
We've also seen the projectile not do too much damage when caught in bucket, but still something perhaps that Jahzzo needs to go ahead and put in the back of their mind that maybe we shouldn't feed Game & Watch a couple of these spare projectiles because problems can arise shortly thereafter.
So interesting thing here.
Speaking of problems, he's got no problem taking that first stock though. The weight differential is ridiculous between these two.
Looking to even up this set count. They've only played once before, and it was back in September at Keep It Chill. And it's 1-0 in favor of Monte, in the offline sets at least. They played a little bit more online. Oh, evening up the stocks, though. Big back air.
That disjointed turtle in those positions. How do you actually recover from that angle? You can try to focus through it if you really want to, but then you're killing your aerial drift, so you can't even make it back. This exploitable recovery from Ryu. Definitely going to be a factor, just like that down air will be. The good recovery from Game & Watch, though, going to allow Monte to make it back.
Yeah, not much that you can do in that situation. Right now, the Ryu is looking big, right? Like right there, that's a good point. That down tilt into the Tatsu, you wouldn't have been able to follow up on it as Ken against Game & Watch because you usually want to follow it up with more down tilt shield pressure, but you can't shield pressure a Game & Watch. So you just go for guaranteed damage and knockback.
Oh, using the focus, but it looked like canceled a little bit too early, so the neutral are going to break that instead. Back to neutral. Neutral yet again sending Jahzzo to recover high. Stuck in shield, but the Shoryu, you've got to come correct with your shield pressure against this Shodo.
Yeah, come correct is right. Now, the ledge trap could be big here for Monte, but Jahzzo kind of just jumps over it. Monte going for just a down smash and giving up all stage position, but gets another chance at it. I love that cancel into focus attack, but it's still broken.
And now, actually the chair covering, forcing a low recovery, and now, yet again, one more time, rinse and repeat. It feels like Monte's got all the tools necessary to continue these edge trap strings.
Yeah. Big cleanup there on the stock, very important cleanup, and now we've got even stocks. I think Monte, as we saw in Monte set versus Goblin, you can start off losing the first 2 games, but Monte, once he gets the download, it's over, right? You just get reverse 3-0'd, and now we've got a full oil panic on lock. That's going to be damage.
I dig this. This is really smart from Jahzzo because now you don't have a reflector. So you can just keep going and throwing out those projectiles, and it's, we both know that you're going to have to come in eventually, and then you're going to get chin checked.
Absolutely. Yeah, one more combo I think is going to win it here. Tatsu with the wrong angle or the wrong DI will kill, but definitely another Shoryuken combo will take the stock off of Monte. So Monte's playing a lot more defensively.
I heard you like save pressure. Well, you got it right there.
Nope. Jahzzo takes the first game and is looking to punch his ticket to a guaranteed 5th place as soon as possible.
Look at how talented he is. He doesn't even need to sit down to win.
No. He stands up the whole time. This is, by the way, I've said this everywhere that I've commentated Jahzzo, which is a lot of places. I've followed this kid around so many places. This guy is so talented, but he is absolutely like the anime protagonist of Georgia. If you have any doubts about that, just go follow his Twitter.
I mean, we kind of saw it right there. The second that he had the win, he popped out of his chair immediately like, all right, what's your bands?
Let's go next.
There's definitely some emotion, some excitement, some energy coming off of Jahzzo right there. And why not? After that performance, it didn't really look in doubt. The neutral, something that typically Game & Watch holds down effortlessly, was solidly in the Show Domain's favor.
Yep, absolutely. We're coming off about the 1-year anniversary of Jahzzo winning Warehouse War last year. Warehouse War will be coming up in a few weeks as well. And Jahzzo is going to be going back to try to defend his title against much more difficult players like MK Leo. But that was kind of like the start, in my opinion, of Jahzzo starting to really, really ramp up. Obviously, Jahzzo went to Summit last year as well and did pretty well, but that first place at Warehouse War has just been snowballing into better and better results since then. So I know Jahzzo wants to make a name. This tournament, making top 8 at his first major is already a massive accomplishment, but he doesn't look to be slowing down.
No, this is one of those where you're just not content to make top 8. You want to make top 2, and eventually you got to get home with the black.
Yep, absolutely. Switching over to Hollow Bastion, this is a pretty clear what the idea is. You want to go to a more claustrophobic stage, don't give Jahzzo the space to back up and reset the pressure, and make the combos a whole lot easier.
Speaking of making the combos easier, it felt like right there that was an easy way to lose your stock, getting that berry at low percents every single time that happens. I always wonder, is the Game & Watch going to go for just the solid damage, or are we going for a max damage combo?
Yeah, massive parry there. Jahzzo is the parry king of NA. 100% true. If you have any doubts, you can probably find a compilation video somewhere. Not able to close the stock just yet, but those parries are going to be important.
the out of shield up smash to punish that down air, the confidence from Jazzo to ready the big guns when needed. I don't think that the Shoryu would have killed right there because it's been staled a couple too many times.
No, Monte, as opposed to some other top Game & Watch players, is unafraid to go for unsafe options. And Jazzo is one of the best players that I know at punishing unsafe options. So I think there's going to have to be some adaptation if Monte wants to get back into this game.
I mean, it's really interesting, Kevin. It feels like these two have similar play styles and a similar game plan yet as well.
I love Jazzo's pressure running up with shield, not even eating the immediate reverse oil panic. As cheesy as an option as it was, Jazzo does not fall for the cheese.
Focus, not quite going to get him off the platform, though, just poking and prodding at this GW, but that's the problem. And you can poke and prod away, and eventually, Monte going to toss out one of those smash attacks with either armor or tilt a disjoint.
Yeah, very important for Monte there, too. Jazzo was not able to get any extra credit, really, off of that stock that hasn't already been closed back out, and suddenly Jazzo's on the back foot.
Feels like the big weakness of Game & Watch is approaching as well. So whenever you have a comfortable lead, as we're seeing right now, as perhaps Monte can be able to extend this to a full stock with yet another back air. No, we got the jumping one, and
no
yeah,
drift.
the up B, just max damage. Take it.
Yeah, there was nothing that you could do there. That's the thing about edge guarding the Shotos is Game & Watch. You have every tool available to you in the world, and they have very linear recoveries, probably one of the most linear in the game, and definitely one of the most exploitable.
So now we're going to jump around for a little bit, and eventually you might fall into 50 damage.
Yeah, this is probably a little bit more what Jazzo was expecting to see out of this matchup, too. Monte is pressuring and being really, really annoying, especially in ledge trap and off stage, and the center platform has not been Jazzo's friend.
No, because it just makes aerial approaches so much more difficult. Monte has the confidence to set up defensive options preemptively under the plat, and so far has not seen a ton of ability to exploit that. Does get the down tilt into the Shoryu, and can we talk about how early G-Dubs dies in this matchup?
Yes, I agree with you there, but let's not take credit away from Jazzo. That down tilt, cancel into focus attack to eat the first hit of up B, and then follow it up into a kill afterwards, I think was just absolutely crazy. That said, Ryu hits hard.
Ryu do hit hard.
Full oil panic online for Monte. Obviously go for the F smash here. The oil panic isn't going to kill, but it looks like the F smash isn't either. But one good edge guard is all that they need. Oil panic doesn't quite break, but look, covered in oil is Ryu.
Just a different skin. We got that one like season 4 now?
Yeah.
Season 4 Fighter Pass?
Yeah, the oil panic I think next time probably will kill if it's not focused attack, but Jazzo's cleaned up a lot of this damage already.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Ryu with Rage can go ahead and make something happen right here. Oil Panic definitely not going to do it, but is going to force an edge situation. Fair not going to connect, nor will the up smash, but the forward air on the platform. That is a problem when you're playing these taller characters. Those explosions typically reach just low enough beneath the platform to clean those stocks up.
If it was Smashville, it probably wouldn't have killed. The platform just being a tiny bit higher is absolutely crazy. So I don't know that we're going to allow Hollow Bastion to exist again, assuming that Jazzo is able to take this next game, but we're definitely not going back to a single platform stage.
No. I mean, even Smashville's smaller stage, so Ryu's able to pressure a little bit more efficiently, but that just being able to sit underneath the platform, like we just saw it right there. Monte retreated when the edge trap was over, stuck underneath the platform, immediately tossed out a safe hitbox. It's like, oh, that one's not going to work. I'll retreat, toss out another safe hitbox.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go to a longer stage. I think that makes sense. I don't know if it's going to be FD, but we're definitely looking to go to something a little bit more flat, no center platform.
Spring Stadium,
really
do it. Do it, please.
Yeah, Jazzo isn't sure what he wants here. Battlefield is a big question mark in my opinion. I don't know about that.
Yeah, Final D was an interesting pick too. Definitely feels like an extreme stage in this matchup. Yeah. If Ryu gets up thrown, how does he get down though?
Yeah, and if you're Monte, I'm assuming that you're banning Town and City, PS2. We're going back to Hollow Bastion?
Surprising.
This is interesting. I don't know if Jazzo's got something in mind. We're just going back to the Ryu, so nothing crazy here. I think he just feels confident in how he wants to approach the matchup.
Perhaps that's all it is, a little bit of additional confidence, recognition that, hey, I was the problem, not the stage. I can clean this up.
Big concern here, but Jazzo is coming back in fresh, playing it slow, not running up too fast.
This is some Shoto footsies right here.
Yeah.
We're going to walk forward, toss out Hadouken or 3, and then dare my opponent to do something about it. Patience.
Yeah, I think the other thing here is the multi-hit on the Hadouken for Ryu versus Ken means that the oil panic eating it is not going to be as powerful than if you were to do like single hit Hadouken.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Panic. So I think that is also a big part of this, is still being able to pressure with Hadouken.
Yeah, you can get that pressure, and now we're actually seeing the reversal right there where Jazzo's actually able to stand on the platform and stand strong.
You were talking about that one earlier. You were talking about that forward smash.
I told you. I've seen him kick people before.
Oh.
It has happened.
God. What an early stock. So good for Jazzo.
Also probably the longest year to death I've seen in this tournament so far.
Yeah. 43%, Jazzo still got a lot before going down, and I know that he can get some damage down.
I love Ryu standing grab. It's just so short range, just one hand, gimme.
Looks like a T-Rex trying to grab somebody.
He's got long range normals for everything other than that one grab.
Yeah. So the reason I thought Jazzo was going to go to a longer stage was to allow more room for him to run back and create space. But look at how comfortable he is in this small area, still holding that spacing, pressuring from that mid-range, and backing up just with like very simple stutter steps. It's like Street Fighter knowledge.
It is. This is definitely one of those where you feel he's been kind of hitting the lab a little bit.
Yeah, very clearly. Very clearly. Now, we got a ledge trap. Monte just gets back with an air. That's Game & Watch's right.
This is the problem, though, landing on that platform. It may have been good for Jazzo when he was underneath it, but when he's above it, nightmare.
Yeah, and focus attack here is not going to be useful for avoiding back air, for avoiding forward air, or for avoiding up air, because it only eats one hit. So really what you're doing is you're avoiding getting cheesed by a landing down smash or a forward smash or something crazy coming out from Monte. On an up smash, it would eat that as well. And I think that's fine. You can use it then, but you still have to be aware that you're going to get juggled.
I got to give props to Monte for really cleaning up these hitboxes. Every single thing he's tossed out has been super safe. Yep. He has a rightful amount of fear for Jazzo after that first stock.
Jazzo gets missed by that down air coming out from Monte, but I think he actually really wants to hit it and parry the second hit. I think that's ideal, so he wants to shark.
Yeah.
But you can't shark if you're on top of the platform. Jazzo's struggling to get down.
He is being sharked. There is blood in this water.
No rush, though, for Jazzo, obviously being a stock up. You just find your opening. You only need one to close out another stock, and you've got so much stock and percentage to work with 4.5 minutes on the clock. I mean, spend your time.
Time them out. We could very well be seeing this. This has been like almost 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
0 stocks off of Jazzo.
Big opening right there, punishing that down air off of, once again, using the focus attack on the up B out of shield. Special canceling into the focus attack has been way more important in this matchup than I could have ever imagined.
In addition, it's been making a lot more moves safe. You just tap their shield once, focus, and then immediately backdash.
Yeah.
So that you're resetting the space, going back to neutral in a position that typically would see you get up aired into disadvantage. Oh. But now we're going to have to reset to neutral after that back air. At 195%, though, I'm not too disappointed that I died finally.
Not at all. With a full stock up, I think Monte's going to probably start fishing for something really aggressive, maybe a deep edge guard, trying to play maybe more for ledge, I think would benefit Monte.
Yeah, these trades are not working out for Monte. That's the problem. Every single one of these little down tilts could match up to as much as 40%. Reuse combo strings are something to be feared when you are this lightweight and when he is this clean confirmed.
Yep. You can see Jazzo's so unafraid to be directly underneath Game & Watch. It's so jarring to see. Most people try to avoid being right there.
Just the projectiles, the forward air after forward air, just like, please walk into one so I can get my advantage started.
And finally does get the advantage started. The down smash is actually going to be massive here, but Monte is unable to secure the edge guard. Jazzo gets right back, and that's massive on the top platform. Hollow Bastion's got those short ceilings, but not short enough.
I mean, that kill screen had me convinced, and the second one certainly will do it.
Yes, that one is more convincing as we see that as the game. Jazzo up 2-1.
And doing so with a particularly patient game plan.
Yep.
Like, this is not about just like, I'm hitting buttons and just blowing this character up. This is not about, oh, the matchup is super in my favor. This is, I understand what you're trying to do, and I'm going to break your game plan apart piece by piece.
Yeah. Jazzo, by the way, is not a run-back Randy like we see mostly in Georgia. Like, Cola loves to go back to PS2 despite it being his lowest win rate across all stages. Jazzo likes to use stage counterpicks, so the fact that he decided to run it back and won is big for the momentum here. And Monte says, you know, I don't think I have a better stage for myself either.
I mean, on that first stock, Jazzo's got it started by walking directly underneath the stage.
Yeah.
That time, Monte dashed to the center stage. It's like, I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah.
Never again.
No. Jazzo's found footing on the stage again, and we've reset neutral. Jazzo loves neutral.
I can see he's standing underneath that platform in that circle and just saying, this is my home. Yeah. I know where I need to be.
So patient. Both players actually playing just very patiently. Monte playing patiently by throwing out hitboxes, and Jazzo just playing patiently by walking.
It's kind of upsetting that he gets these focus reads sometimes, but can't get anything out of it. Yeah. It's great recognition that he's backdashing and just says, oh, I can't actually get a hit there. Right. But it just goes to show how safe Game & Watch can be.
Yeah, 100%. Some dancing. We can breathe for a moment. I do want to talk that Jazzo was looking forward.
You want to talk, but Jazzo's the one to speak it.
Never mind.
Yeah, we need to listen.
Let's both just silence ourselves for a stock. No, we're commentators. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, we never silence. We yap.
No, we yap all day. Speaking of yapping, Jazzo wanted Goblin to beat Monte because obviously having a lot of Roy matchup experience in Georgia and actually having a winning record, I believe, against Goblin would have been, or at least recently against Goblin, would have benefited Jazzo. So he did not want the Game & Watch matchup at all. That said, he looks prepared.
Does anybody, though?
Nobody really wants to play against
there maybe Shattuck, because he's got the advantageous character counterpick.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
But yeah, among the rest of the folks in top 8, this is not a fun matchup for just about anybody.
No.
Not a lot of Fighters Pass 2, actually, in our top 8.
That's a really good point. I'm trying to think of what we have left. I don't think we have much.
And Jazzo, I got to give respect. He did everything possible offstage to extend his stock.
Yeah.
The little bit of a stall with the Hadouken was brilliant, but the problem is that turtle long, turtle big, turtle lasts forever.
Yeah, yes.
Stall turtles all the way down.
Stall turtles all the way down. Now, not enough extra credit for Jazzo to really be comfortable here. You want to find one more good opening because 60% is like a combo into Oil Panic for Monte, and Jazzo needs one more interaction before able to getting like an actual kill confirmed.
I am just laughing every single time he just taps shield and immediately focuses. That's not on reaction. You can't react to up B. He just guessed right every single time because everybody knows G-dubs like to up B anytime they feel unsafe.
Yeah, every time. Now, this is what we talked about, that combo into Oil Panic, and this is a problem for Jazzo. He's still got jump, but he's not able to use it. Jazzo does lose the stock, and I think only dealt maybe like 5–10% to Monte.
That was just about nothing there. Set up yet again by one back air, which covered the air dodge, into the second back air, which killed. Back air good, I guess.
Back air good. Jazzo getting juggled, trying to find a way back to stage. The dash attack does catch Chef. Great ledge trapping tool, of course, but Monte is not going to give up the stage that easily this time.
And now at this point here, with still 60% on Monte, I have to wonder what went through this man's mind, because it has been like night and day this game 4. Monte understands precisely what needs to happen to keep Jazzo at arm's distance, and so far, the Mash able to extend the life a little bit longer, but we need to see a kill in the next 5% here. Down tilt, sure, you may not do it at 71.
Yeah, Jazzo's got to find something big here, a massive opening, ideally, because Monte does not have to find much more to close this out, but that's a big guess again, correctly, into a kill. This is the momentum that Jazzo needs. Keep it up, keep it up.
Wii U with Rage can be a terrifying character. He just needs to make it back to stage. And no, 2v1s. 2v1s are fair, my man.
What are you going to do?
I mean, that's why we ban Ice Climbers here, too, right? that's the one character we ban, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah. I hate, by the way, look, I'm from Georgia. I'm obviously supporting Jazzo here. And I just have to say, because I'm trying my best to just give you unbiased commentary, I hate that Game & Watch can just be off stage all damn day, use the back air more than once, and Jazzo has no way to get back.
No, there is no recourse. That is, you said it very well earlier, Kevin. That is just the problem with the Shodos. On stage, they are demons. And I'm not just talking about Kazuya. Ryu can be one of the most threatening characters in the game with his feet set. Yep. And now, when he's at center stage, when he has the advantageous position to start game 5, I think that perhaps maybe we give the nod to Jazzo here starting stock 1.
I honestly just can't believe we're going back to Hall of Bastion again.
This is crazy, yeah.
It's not the choice I would have made, but Jazzo has more character knowledge than most people that I've ever met. So I trust him.
Down air, definitely not going to do it here. Game & Watch recovery, way too good for that. Good neutral air from Monte, but Jazzo doing a great job just calling these out. I mean, those legs aren't that disjointed, Kevin.
No, not at all. Air dodging into Game & Watch doesn't feel good, getting big comboed right there, but Jazzo is just going to be SDIing and DIing in, because you're going to get comboed either way. You'd rather stay on stage.
And now Monte a little bit of an aggressive option, yet again up B's and gets focus, and up B's one more time. That time Jazzo guessed incorrectly. Monte unable to make too much out of it, so safe hitbox coming out yet again. Intercepted with that neutral air looked like from Jazzo.
The pressure with the pressure with the Hadouken honestly is, I feel like, giving more value to the Oil Panic than Jazzo was anticipating before. Off stage, going deep, and man, that's so unfortunate, right? Getting caught by the fire up B from Game & Watch feels so bad, because you avoided the big part of the edge guard, and everything that Monte does on Game & Watch, if it's a recovery, it doesn't matter, it has a hitbox. Why?
It just feels like that Tatsu just way too laggy in those positions. I'd like to see Jazzo potentially expend the double jump early and try to recover high. Yeah. Yes, you put yourself at Monte's mercy, and Monte ain't looking like he's got a lot of mercy right now, but it's something might be better than nothing in this position.
Yeah, very good point. I think expending the jump high is probably the only thing you can do, and that's exactly what Jazzo did right there to make a recovery. Still on stage, not dead yet. That's the important thing, even though you're eating damage. Has
to get back to neutral. So far, this Game & Watch pressure has been unbearable here. Monte doing a phenomenal job keeping this tempo high. Even when you get a punish, it doesn't matter the up, he's involved. Finally gets to confirm with the Shoryu, though. Jazzo drawing even in stocks, but he is bleeding this last one away.
Yeah, he's got to have like one good big advantage state into like 3 winning interactions to really close this gap, and that doesn't happen against Game & Watch.
No, this character, just the neutral differential is so massive that typically you might get one neutral win before G-Dubs is able to re-establish dominance.
Yeah. He's expending the double jump high like you're talking about. It is saving his life. He would have probably lost the stock at this point if it weren't for that. And, oh man, just barely magnet hands back.
Just stuck in his shield, too, against that forward air. It feels as though that is something that is stopping Jahzz's momentum. He can't walk forward anymore.
No.
He's being forced to pull up that shield and be disjointed.
Okay, 1 interaction. We need 2 more to close out this stock.
Oil Panic on deck and at 181, and may very well represent a really solid kill option if he gets in the corner. Doesn't get it instead. Double down tilt into the... Yet one more time with these projectiles.
But we got the second interaction. 180% rage is nothing to scoff at for Ryu. One more really good interaction. Jahzzo could take the stock if rage remains, but how do you get back to stage?
You don't.
You don't. You have to expend the double jump again early, and Jahzzo was just unwilling to do that this time.
Now in a position where, despite the fact that Jahzzo has a solid stage position, Monte feeling more than happy to pick his points, to be aggressive, and you see what he earns out of it, 45% out of the traditional G&W B&B. And then we're back to the corner.
Back to the corner. Yeah, you're not afraid to be in the corner. You have great disadvantage options this Game & Watch. And Jahzzo wants center stage, of course, but if you're unable to confirm that into an opening, it's not worth anything.
It's like, dog, you can hold the stage and you can hold these projectiles too. I am not taking a single step forward. You need to win neutral. You need to show me that you got something in the back pocket, because right now, Monte looks like he has all the cards.
Jahzzo did find a big Hadouken there. 96% is absolutely kill percent. If Jahzzo can find the good down tilt into Shoryu, or maybe like up air into Shoryu would be really nice. Monte is jumping around a lot, but of course, like, how do you deal with bombs?
That was a very bold dash attack. I'm not sure if I would have gone ahead and hit that button in that position. Monte bet it all on the aggressive option. Jahzzo had that punish.
Jahzzo wins these. Jahzzo wins these. We've got the momentum. We've got the pressure. If you can get back to stage here, which is the core part of the game plan, of course, for Monte to win. Oh man, big mash, 100%. Jahzzo's really trying to maintain this one, but you have so much work to do still.
One up air is not enough to keep this disadvantage going. Yet another. One more. It goes for the oil panic. I'm with Monte on that one.
Yeah.
Just let her rip and see if you can't continue this advantage off stage. Instead, 24 damage here. Ryu needs 2 more interactions or 1 long string. And so far, Monte not giving up a dang thing.
Yeah, Monte's only really taken damage off of using dash attacks. Now, it did provide an opening there for Monte, but if he uses it at the wrong time, that does spell trouble. If Monte stops using dash attacks, I think he just wins.
Up yet again, more damage here, 173. Monte hasn't really landed a strong hit, but eventually one of these back airs, one of these forward airs may very well clip Jahzzo. Catches the jump, has to recover low. We're going with the key, and that was an untechable. The checkmate situation in Game 5 for Monte. Jahzzo trying to claw his way deeper into bracket, but instead showing a little bit of love to his rival.
Big hug right there. Jahzzo's happy to have made top 8, but obviously it was so close to having more. Really wanted more. He's definitely going to be beating himself up about that. That's just what Jahzzo does, but he's also got to be happy that he made top 8 at his first major. Sure, would it have been nice to make a big run the first time that you hit top 8 at a major? Yes. Is it realistic? I mean, it was in this situation. It's difficult. That's a crazy difficult matchup in general. But he still made it look doable, but you have to be happy that you made top 8 regardless.
I mean, you got to recognize that you were 1 or 2 hits away.
Yeah.
The game plan was there. Perhaps, like, we harped on the stage pick a little bit too much, perhaps, because it felt as though the confidence on that stage was there as well. Yeah. Jahzzo understood exactly what Monte was doing in that matchup, had the adaptation ready, and that is what we want to see. Yep. If a